Hello, awesome students. I'm Ma'am Macy, and welcome to my class. Today, we will learn about fundamental operations and fractions. Our objective: the learner performs fundamental operations on fractions. Remember, fundamental operations are the foundation. They are the building blocks for more advanced math. Are you ready? Let's start! Okay, class. So now let's talk about the operation on fractions. So let us define first what is a fraction. A fraction represents a part of the whole. In a fraction, the top number is the numerator and the bottom number is the denominator. So examples, 7 over 10, 13 over 24, 33 over 50, 111 over 99, and 150 over 125. So let's proceed in adding and subtracting similar fractions. But before that, let us define what is similar fractions. So similar fractions or like fractions are fractions with same denominators. Example, we have 1/2 and 3/2. So our common denominator here is 2. 3/4 and 2/4. Common denominator is 4. 5 over 10 and 11 over 10. Common denominator is 10. 1/8, 2/8, and 5/8. Our common denominator is 8. And then the last one, we have 9 over 17, 6 over 17, and 4 over 17. The common denominator is 17. So how to add and subtract similar fractions? To add and subtract similar fractions, simply add or subtract the numerators and write the sum over the common denominator. So let's have this example number 1. I have 2 over 3 plus 5 over 3. So our common denominator is 3. So just copy this. Don't add 3 plus 3. Just copy the same denominator. So we have here 3. And then just add 2 plus 5. We have here 7. So our answer is 7 over 3. Take note that in adding and subtracting fractions, our answer should be in lowest term. So in this case, 7 over 3 is in its lowest term, so no need to simplify it. So that is our final answer. Next, example number 2. 8 over 15 plus 4 over 15. So this is equal to common denominator. We have 15. 8 plus 4, we have 12. So 12 and 15 have lowest terms. So we need to divide it by 3. So 12 divided by 3, we have 4. And 15 divided by 3, we have 5. So our answer will be 4 over 5. So we have example number 2. So we have negative 5 over 20 plus 15 over 20. So our common denominator here is 20. And then we have here take note class, negative 5 over 20. So your 5 here is negative. So what is negative 5 plus 15? So take note the rules of integers. So if we add integers with different signs, so we need to subtract it and then copy the sign of the number with larger absolute value. So in this case, we need to subtract 8. 15 minus 5, we have 10. So the sign will be positive because 15 is greater than 5. 15 here is positive. So our answer is 10 over 20. So take note, 10 over 20 has lowest term. So we need to divide it by 10, both numerator and denominator. So 10 divided 10 is 1. And then 20 divided by 10, we have 2. So our final answer will be 1/2. Next, number 4. We have negative 11 over 37 plus negative 9 over 37. So our common denominator here is 37. So negative 11 plus negative 9. So they have the same sign. So just add 11 plus 9, we have 20. And then just copy the same sign. So we have the negative 20 over 37. So no lowest term for negative 20 over 37. Next, example number 5. So 10 over 13 minus 4 over 13. So first, let us change the sign of the subtrahend. So it will become negative and then proceed in addition. So our common denominator is 13, just copy. And then positive 10 plus negative 4. So different signs subtract. 10 minus 4, we have 6. The sign is positive because 10 is greater than negative 4. 10 here is positive. So we have positive 6 over 13. Next, example number 6. 17 over 24 minus 9 over 24. So we change the sign of the subtrahend. It will become negative and then proceed in addition. So our common denominator is 24 and then positive 17 plus negative 9. So they have different signs. So we need to subtract it. 17 minus 9 is 8. So we have here 8 over 24. Take note that this is positive because 17 here is positive and 17 is greater than 9. So we have 8 over 24. So 8 over 24 has lowest term. So we need to simplify it. So divide it by 8. So 8 divided by 8, we have 1. And then 24 divided by 8, we have 3. So our answer is 1 over 3. Next, example number 7. 14 over 45 minus negative 8 over 45. So first, change the sign of the subtrahend and then proceed in addition. So the common denominator is 45, just copy. And then we have positive 14 plus positive 8. Take note, 8 here is positive, will be positive now. So 14 plus 8, we have 22. So we have 22 over 45. So no lowest term for this fraction. And then last example for adding and subtracting similar fraction, we have negative 43 over 60 minus 7 over 60. So change the sign of the subtrahend, it will become negative. And then proceed in addition. So common denominator is 60. So negative 43 plus negative 7. So they are both negative. So same sign, just add. 43 plus 7, we have 50. Copy the same sign. So we have negative 50 over 60. So take note, 50 over 60 has its lowest term. So divide both numerator and denominator by 10. So 50 divided by 10, 5. And then 60 divided by 10, we have 6. So our answer will be negative 5 over 6. Okay, now let's proceed in adding and subtracting the similar fraction. So what is the similar fraction? So dissimilar fractions or unlike fractions are fractions with different denominators. Examples, we have 1/2 and 2/5. So 2 and 5 is your denominator and they are different. We also have 4 over 7 and then 7 over 4. Different denominators, 7 and 4. Next, 5 over 6 and 8 over 9. Different denominator again, 6 and 9. And then we have 3 over 10, 6 over 5, and then 3 over 2. Your denominator is 10, 5, and 2. So they are all different. And then the last one, we have 5 over 4, 7 over 6, and 19 over 12. So our denominator is 4, 6, and 12. So they are all different also. So again, dissimilar fractions are fraction having different denominators. So how to add and subtract dissimilar fractions? To add and subtract dissimilar fractions, change all dissimilar or unlike fraction into similar or like fraction. Then proceed with the same procedure as adding or subtracting similar fractions. So let's have this example number 1. We have 1/2 plus 2/3. So to make it similar fraction class, let us get the LCD. So LCD, or your least common denominator. To get the LCD, so you will get the least common multiple of your denominator, which is 2 and 3. So our least common multiple of here is 6. So our LCD here will be 6. So now, think of a number that will you multiply by 2 to make 6. So the number is 3. So we need to multiply both numerator and denominator by 3. Next, what number will you multiply by 3 to make it 6? So we need to multiply it by 2. Again, multiply both numerator and denominator by 2. So, or else, pwede din po. So, we have 6 divided by 2. So, it is 3. And 6 divided by 3, we have 2. Again, you multiply both numerator and denominator by 3 here and then here 2. So, now 2 times 3, we have 6. And then 3 times 2 is 6. So, we have now common denominator or same denominator, which is 6. So now let's simplify the numerator. 1 times 3 is 3, and then 2 times 2 is 4. So now let's add what is 3 plus 4. So 3 plus 4 is 7. So our answer is 7 over 6. No lowest term class. Next, example number 2. We have 3 over 5 plus negative 7 over 2. So LCD of 5 and 2 is 10. So we have here 10 divided by 5. So we multiply it by 2, numerator and denominator. And then this one naman, we multiply it by 5. So kasi 10 divided by 2, 5, or the number that you will multiply by 2 to make it 10 is 5. So again, multiply by 5 by 5. So if you can see 5 times 2, 10, 2 times 5, 10. So they are now similar fraction. Simplify the numerator. 3 times 2, we have 6. Negative 7 over 2. So your 7 here is negative. So negative 7 times 5, we have negative 35. So let us simplify. 6 plus negative 35. So they have different signs. So we need to subtract 8. We need to subtract 8. So 35 minus 6 is 29. And then copy the sign of the number with the larger absolute value. So this is 35. The sign of 35 is negative. So our answer will be negative 29 over 10. So example number 3. So we have negative 1/4 plus 3 over 8. So our LCD here is 8. So 8 divide 4, so we have here 2. So we multiply both numerator and denominator by 2. Next, 8 divide 8, so we have here 1. So we multiply it by 1. So take note, 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 1, 8. So they are now similar fractions. So simplify the numerator. Negative 1 times 2, we have negative 2. And then 3 times 1, we have 3. So we have now negative 2 plus 3. So again, they are different sign, so we need to subtract it. So 3 minus 2 is 1. Copy the sign of 3 because 3 is greater than 2. So 3 here is positive, so we have here positive 1 over 8. Final answer, no, lowest term. Next, number 4. Negative 6 over 9 plus negative 4 over 3. So our LCD here is 9. So 9 divide 9. So we have 1. So multiply it by 1. And then 9 divided by 3, we have 3. So multiply it by 3. So 9 times 1, 9. 3 times 3, 9. Again, they are similar fraction now. Next, negative 6 times 1, we have negative 6. And then negative 4 times 3, we have negative 12. So simplify this. Negative 6 plus negative 12, so they have the same sign, so just add and then copy the same sign. So 6 plus 12, we have 18, and then copy the same sign, negative. So we have negative 18 over 9. So 18 over 9, so we have your lowest term. So we divide it by 9. So 18 divided by 9, so we have 2. And then 9 divided by 9, we have 1. So our answer is negative 2. Negative 2 over 1 is negative 2. So final answer. Next, example number 5. 6 over 7 minus 1 half. So first, let us change the sign of the subtrahend, so it will become negative, and then proceed in addition. Next, get the LCD. So LCD of 7 and 2 is 14. So 14 divided by 7, so we need to multiply it by 2. And then 14 divided by 2, we multiply it by 7. So 7 times 2 is 14, 2 times 7 is 14, so they are similar now. So 6 times 2 is 12, negative 1 times 7 is negative 7. So we have 12 plus negative 7, so different sign, subtract. 12 minus 7 is 5. And then the sign is positive because 12 is greater than negative 7. So we have positive 5 over 14. No lowest term for this one. Next, example number 6. Negative 8 over 6 minus 2 over 4. So change the sign of the subtrahend. It will become negative. And then proceed in addition. LCD, we have 12. So 12 divided by 6, we have 2. So we need to multiply it by 2. And then 12 divided by 4, we have 3. So multiply it by 2. So again, 6 times 2, 12. 4 times 3, 12. Similar fractions. Next, negative 8 times 2, we have negative 16. And then negative 2 times 3, we have negative 6. Now, let's add. Negative 16 plus negative 6, same sign, add. So 16 plus 6, we have negative 22. Copy the same sign. So we have negative 22 over 12. So lowest term, divide it by 2. So we have here 22 divided by 2, 11. And 12 divided by 2, 6. So we have here negative 11 over 6. Number 7. So we have here 7 over 6 minus negative 10 over 9. So change the sign of the subtrahend. It will become positive. And proceed in addition. So LCD is 18. So to make it 18, we need to multiply it by 3. And then this one, multiply it by 2. 6 times 3, 18. 9 times 2, 18. So we have here 7 times 3, 21. 10 times 2, we have 20. Let's add. 21 plus 20 equals 41. So we have here 41 over 18. No lowest term. And then the last one, we have negative 4 over 6 minus negative 2 over 8. So let us first change the sign of the subtrahend. So it will become positive. And then proceed in addition. So now let's get the LCD. LCD of 6 and 8 is 24. So 24 divided by 6. So we have here 4. So multiply it by 4. And then 24 divided by 8 is 3. So multiply it by 3. So negative 4 times 4, we have negative 16. 2 times 3, we have 6. So again, 6 times 4, 24. 8 times 3, 24. So they are similar. So just copy 24. Negative 16 plus 6. So they have different signs. So we need to subtract it. So 16 minus 6, we have 10. So the sign will be negative because 16 is greater than 6. And the sign of 16 here is negative. So we have here negative 10 over 24. So we have here lowest term. So we need to divide it by 2. So 10 divided by 2, we have 5. And then 24 divided by 2, we have 12. So we have here negative 5 over 12. So we have now multiplying and dividing fractions. So how to multiply fractions? To multiply fractions, all you have to do is multiply the numerators and denominators and simplify the result. Example number 1. We have 2/5 times 1/3. So we need to multiply the numerator 2 times 1 and then the denominator 5 times 3. So we have 2 over 15. So no lowest term for this fraction. Next, example number 2. We have negative 3 over 4 times negative 3 over 4. So we have here negative 3 times negative 3. So take note that in multiplying, when you multiply same sign, so this will become positive, different sign negative. So negative 3 times negative 3, we have positive 9. And then 4 times 4, we have 16. So again, no lowest. Next, example number 3. Negative 7 over 10 times 7 over 11. So we have here negative 7 times 7, that is negative 49. And then 11 times 11, we have 120, 110. So we have here negative 49 over 110. Next, example number 4. So 25 over 29 times negative 1/2. So we have 25 times negative 1, negative 25. 29 times 2, we have 58. So our answer is negative 25 over 58. No lowest term. So when it's possible, you reduce the fraction by cancelling of common factor. That is to cross out any factors from one side of the fraction line that are duplicated on the other side of the line. So we have example number 5. So 2 over 10 times 3 over 15. So in cancelling or cancellation, so we can cancel diagonally or vertically, but not horizontally. Okay, just remember that. So in this case, we will cancel this fraction vertically. So 2 and 10, so cancellation. So they are both divisible by 2. So divide it by 2, it will become 1. Divide it by 2, so it will become 5. And this one, we need to multiply it by 3. We need to divide it by 3. And this one also. So we have here 1 and then 5. So now let's multiply 1 times 1. We have 1. 5 times 5, we have 25. So our answer will be 1 over 25. Next, number 6. Negative 14 over 9 times 18 over 7. So our cancellation here will be diagonally across. So we have 14 and 7. So we need to divide it by 7. So 2. And then this one, it will become 1. 9 and 18. So 9 will become 1 because 9 divided by 9. And then 18 divided by 9, it will become 2. So we need to multiply it. So take note, negative 14. So it will become negative 2. So negative 2 times 2, we have negative 4. And then negative 4 divided by 1. So we have 1. So negative 4 over 1 or negative 4. Because 4 over 1 is 4. Next, number 7. We have negative 20 over 32 times negative 22 over 50. So our cancellation here is diagonally. So 20 and 50. So we divide it by 10. So it will become 2. And this one, it will become 5. 33 and 22, divide it by 11. So it will become 3. And then it will become 2. So we have now 2 times 2, 4. So take note, negative times negative, positive. So our answer will be positive. So 2 times 2, we have 4. And then 3 times 5, we have 15. So we have 4 over 15. And then last one. So we are now in example number 8. So 24 over 22 times negative 7 over 21. So our cancellation here is vertically. So 24 and 22. So we need to divide it by 2. So it will become 12. And this one will become 11. Then 7 over 21. So we need to divide it by 7. And then, so this will become 1. And then this will become 3. So take note, 12 and 3 can be cancelled out also. So we need to divide this number by 3. So 12 divided by 3, 4. And then 3 divided by 3, 1. So we have now positive times negative. So take note, that is negative. Your answer will be negative. Then 4 times 1, we have 4. And then 11 times 1, we have 11. So our answer will be negative 4 over 11. Next, how to divide fractions. So to divide fraction, take the reciprocal or invert the fraction of the divisor and multiply it to the dividend. Simplify the fractions if necessary. So example number 1. So take note, the rule in dividing fraction is the same as multiplying fraction, but first you need to get the reciprocal of the divisor. So let's have this example. So 5 over 8 divided by 2/3. So 5 over 8. So we need now to multiplication, proceed in multiplication, but get the reciprocal of 2/3. The reciprocal of 2/3 is 3 over 2. So we need to switch the 2. So your numerator will become denominator and your denominator will become your numerator. So that is 3 over 2. And then multiply. So 5 times 3, we have 15. 8 times 2, we have 16. So we have here 15 over 16. No lowest term. Next, example number 2. Negative 6 over 7 divided by 3 over 21. So again, negative 6 over times opposite or reciprocal of 3 over 21. So we have 21 over 3. So let's do the cancellation. So sa 6, sa 3, so we have here 2 kasi 6 divided by 3, 2. And then 3 divided by 3, we have 1. Next, 7 and 21, we have to divide it by 7. So this is 1. And then this will become 3. So now, 2 times 3, 3. And then 1 times 1, we have 1. So again, negative times positive, negative. So we have here negative 6 over 1 or simply negative 6. Next, number 3. 12 over 18. So we have here divided by negative 39 over 13. So 12 over 18 times reciprocal of 39 over 13, negative 39 over 13. So we have negative 13 over 39. Again, so cancellation tayo vertically. So this will become 2. And then this will become 3. We need to divide it by 6. 12 and 18. Divide by 6. And then this one, we divide it by 13. So this will become 1. And then 39 divided by 13, we have 3. So multiply. So positive times negative, take note that is negative. So 2 times 1, 2, 3 times 3, 9. So our answer will be negative 2 over 9. No lowest term. Next, number 4. Negative 4 over 8 divided by negative 2 over 6. So we have negative 4 over 8 times reciprocal of negative 2 over 6. We have negative 6 over 2. So cancellation tayo. We have 4 and then 8. So divided by 4. So it will become 1. 8 divided by 4. It will become 2. Then 6 and 2. We need to divide it by 2. So it will become 3. And then this one will become 1. So negative times negative. Take note that is positive. So 1 times 3, 3, 2 times 1, 2. So we have here 3 over 2. Positive 3 over 2, no lowest term. So that's it for our operation on fractions. So I hope you've learned something in this video. So goodbye and thank you, class.